Hello everyone, welcome to TTV On Scene. We are still here at Expo 2020 Dubai. And as I promised earlier that we'll be bringing you more updates and coverage of the Expo. So here I am. I'm standing right in front of Pakistan Pavilion. So let's go in and check it out. Thank you so much, sir. What a pleasure to have you here at Pakistan Pavilion. First of all, this is an absolutely amazing pavilion. I would really like you to tell our viewers what was the main idea behind this.
The main idea behind this was that there was a group of people who sat down and we said, what should we be depicting? How should we depict Pakistan? And we all came to the idea that we want to show the real face of Pakistan. Its culture, its history, its deep-rooted diversity, and then the beauty of the scenes that we have. We've got lovely the coastline, the mountain, the rivers, the desert. So we wanted to depict all that so we see what Pakistan is. And then with three objectives. One objective was to make Pakistanis feel good and know more about their country. Secondly, to bring in tourism. And the third was to bring in investment. While we were discussing this, somebody suggested, why do we not get our own artist, Rashid Rana, to do the facade? So this creation that you see is of Rashid Rana. And the interesting part about this is each piece is individually done because the pieces at the top are smaller than the pieces at the bottom. They're all of different sizes and there's a slight difference in the angles, so it reflects what we want. So this is his creative mind.
Right.
So then we got Noorjan Bilgrami, the curator, the main curator, and she said, I want the tagline, the hidden treasures of Pakistan. So people get intrigued, what is this hidden treasure? So she developed the inner journey as you go through it, showing our history, that what a long history we have. There is a perception of Pakistan which we want to change. That Pakistan is not what you think it is. Pakistan is a beautiful country. Pakistan is a rich culture. Pakistanis are very, very friendly people. So that's what we wanted to show.
You know, sir, you mentioned about changing perception. You know, with this Expo 2020 Dubai and with this kind of depiction and representation of Pakistan, do you think it's going to help change the minds of people across the globe about what exactly Pakistan is?
I hope so. I feel confident. When I talk to the non-Pakistanis that have visited, they all say, oh, we didn't know that Pakistan was like this. So I am very hopeful that it will change the perception of Pakistan.
Sir, last question for you. Any short message for the Pakistani citizens based in the Sultanate of Oman?
Please come over. You're not far from Dubai. Please come over, see it. It is your pavilion. We're depicting our great country.
So right now we're in sheer luck as we just stumble upon the principal curator of this amazing pavilion. Let's welcome Noorjan Bilgrami and ask her what was really going on in her mind when she came up with this visualization. Thank you so much for joining us. First of all, what a stunning interior, and especially my favorite part that we'll be talking about. Can you tell our viewers what really went in?
This particular portion is very special to me, very sacred almost. As it began with Surah Noor that we put here, and Surah Noor's translation is so beautiful. So it's all to do with the light, and I was trying to see how do we start using this very profound part of our existence, the purity of how light can be translated in something which is tangible. So I went from that to Sheesh Mahal in the fort. And the Sheesh Mahal is, the Shisha part is mainly in the ceiling. And so tried to work with Sheesh Mahal by bringing the light reflection. So as you see even here, it's the light reflects down, forming patterns. And then we've got, like in the walls, can you see how actually the curved mirror is reflecting? So in the olden days, they would take a light, one candle light, and do that, and the entire dome, you'll have little bits of light. And on this side, I just want to show also that in the fort, in the Sheesh Mahal, are also miniature paintings, small. So I have actually worked with miniature artists, but blew everything in a larger scale, just so that we have this whole corridor where you experience light upon light and bringing Sheesh Mahal into a contemporary idiom. And as we move here, because this was the corridor that I was working with, we actually filmed the ceiling of the Sheesh Mahal, and through video projection mapping, we've got this, and we've got the fragrance of motia here, if you can smell, and the song that you're hearing. So it's to do with all your senses, the audiovisual. The last point here is the jali from which you looked out in the fort itself. And that's what I wanted, is that it sort of goes up and gives you another ethereal feel altogether.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rashid, for joining us right now. What an opportunity we are getting to interview you, who's the visual artist of this amazing pavilion. Can you tell our viewers a little about this pavilion and about the execution?
Thank you, Madiha. Well, you said about opportunity. We are in the opportunity district, and I was entrusted with the opportunity to transform this pavilion, the building, transform the architecture into art. So that really, it was a different kind of undertaking for me as an artist. So I took the challenge, and it has been an exciting challenge indeed to work with building as your canvas. So first of all, what I try to do is to make the building breathe a bit, and to create this effect of perforation or reflection. So by combining reflective surfaces and paint and then printed surfaces, I think I would say the visual experience becomes harmonious specifically because of this one feature, that all the seemingly identical pieces, 24,000 of them, they are all unique. They all fractionally different from each other, both in terms of color and size, and that's where the magic lies, I would say. And then it's this array of color. The spectrum of color and the sheer color, it represents the diversity that Pakistan has to offer. I really believe that Pakistan is one of the most diverse country climatically, geographically, racially, ethnically, and it's this diversity and cherishing this diversity which I think where the unity lies, and hence the title of this work, which I would like to believe is an artwork, the unity of all that appears.
Well, that was all from Pakistan Pavilion, all the way from Expo 2020 Dubai. Stay tuned for more interesting videos and keep watching TTV.